Hey, it's Saturday, July the, I think, 9th. It's the Saturday after the Thursday night ambush of police officers in Dallas, Texas. I normally don't date these videos, but I felt like it's important that I put a date on this one because of the subject matter. I'm on the way to the office. It's late Saturday afternoon. I'm just going to go do some work and take care of some things while my family's just hanging out. I just couldn't imagine putting a video up on the website and not talking about the incident in Dallas. It's got the nation's attention. It's just 3.5, 4 hours west of me on the interstate here. We go to Dallas all the time. So not to mention that, in my mind, I thought would be kind of foolish. So, you know, I don't get involved in political things or my personal faith too much through my business. I don't use my business as a platform for that. I think any of you that know anything about me at all know where I stand on things of faith and where I am politically. So it's no secret about who I am or what I believe. But I just don't use my business as a platform to push those personal thoughts. So it's just a business decision of mine. I don't hide it under a bushel, but like I say, this platform is just a little different. But RecLand Talks, being a video blog about who we are and what we do, and the good, the bad, the ugly, the behind the scenes, I just thought it was important to say something about that issue in Dallas. I don't have any new perspective on it. It's been talked to death. I think most reasonable people around this country, if you set your personal politics aside, I think we all see pretty much eye to eye on what happened in Dallas. It was the ambushing of police officers. It was just an attack against law enforcement. That's all it was, plain and simple. It was horrible, it was evil, it was cowardly, but it was just plain and simple an unprovoked attack against police officers. There'd be people that argue with my word unprovoked. Well, what about Minnesota? Well, what about Baton Rouge? Well, what about Ferguson? What about Baltimore? Yeah, well, what about those things? They absolutely have nothing to do with targeting police officers who are doing their job, protecting private American citizens exercising their First Amendment right to protest in Dallas. That's all those people were doing. I don't agree with their protest, but they have the right to do it. And those police officers were out there on the city's dime, taxpayers' dime, putting their lives at risk to protect the rights of people who don't agree with them. So that's why I say it's unprovoked, unnecessary, unprovoked, pure, unadulterated evil. I think the problems that precipitates actions like that are primarily spiritual in nature. If we get down into the details of it, from my perspective, I think it's all spiritual in nature. So, but I'll use the word primarily, and then of course, if we look at it from just from what we can see in our culture, I think it's a very the problem is political. The body politic today in our nation seems to be stirring up this kind of thing, and I hope we can get that changed. All of that said, my family and I are law enforcement's biggest promoters and supporters. We have friends in law enforcement everywhere we've been and lived. We've had friends in law enforcement. We respect them immensely. They do an impossible job with limited resources to some degree, and it's a thankless job and it's a dangerous job, and the benefit of the doubt always goes against law enforcement. I hate to say that, but it does. And so I support them. I support you if you're in law enforcement watching this video. If you've got family or friends in law enforcement, just know that we're on your side 100%. And when things go wrong or things go bad and law enforcement, they make mistakes, they're held to account. And that's just what they signed up for, and that should be the way it is. But I believe, I don't know what the number is, but overwhelmingly 99.9% of the time I believe they get it right, and they don't get the credit for that. So my heart goes out to Dallas, to law enforcement people all over the country, especially to the people who are associated with those 5 officers that were killed in Dallas, the other 7 that were wounded, the 2 civilians that were wounded. I'm sorry that happened to you, and I just want to go on record for saying that. I took the opportunity for what I could do to sit down with my boys. I've got 3 young boys, 14, 12, and 9. And we had a conversation about it and just went over the fact again that law enforcement is a service that's there for us. They are there to protect us. They're there to serve us. And consequently, they deserve our utmost respect. And they deserve our compliance in a situation where they're interjecting themselves in our life, whether it's pulling us over because we're driving too fast or got a tail light out or for whatever reason. I told my boys it's yes sir, yes ma'am, you cooperate, you comply, and in just doing that you will diffuse the situation and you'll quickly find out that they're there to help you, not to harm you. So all that said, we love what you do, we appreciate you, I personally do. I'm glad you're there. And God bless our law enforcement.